here for another edition of Films That I Love, and I wanted to talk about a horror film that I think you should definitely give a chance this October if you haven't yet. And that would be the film Carnival of Souls. I actually kind of had a specific inspiration to talk about this film. And so the Silent Hill 2 remake just came out, and I was playing it. And I'm like also sort of thinking about what horror films I might want to talk about to sort of be on topic for the month. And it kind of hit me that I feel like the story to this film is possibly a big inspiration for Silent Hill. It's definitely got some similar things going on. So I just thought, like, that's really interesting, and if you watch this, I think you'll get where I'm coming from. And I mean, I didn't really look into it, but I feel like it's quite possible that this really is actually just straight up an inspiration for Silent Hill. But it is a film from 1962, so it's definitely kind of like the era for this type of psychological horror. It is 78 minutes long. It is a film in black and white, which I will get into in a minute because that is actually an important thing to talk about with this film. And it is by the director Herc Harvey. As far as I'm aware, I've seen no other films by him. If he's made any others, could be that he just made this one film. Again, didn't really look into that. But to get back to what I said a second ago, the black and white. So I've heard that the way this film looks is really just due to its budget. But it's one of those things where that worked entirely in favor of the film, because I've never seen another film in black and white that, like, it's just shot the way this is. It gets, like, so many really bright whites at times, and then during other sequences, the blacks will get really dark, and it's just really cool how it sort of goes through different sections of the film where the whites really pop, and then other sections where you really get nice, dark blacks and grays. And it kind of, like I said, it kind of feels like it does one or the other for any given section of the film. So it's just really interesting to me. And again, I see certain tones in this at spots where I feel like I don't see anything similar in another film. And like I said, I think as far as I'm aware, I've heard that most of that is due to budget issues and the way this was shot. But it's just amazing to me that, like I said, that really worked to the film's advantage, I think. So you combine that really cool, like, black and white with the type of psychological horror film that this is, and it's great. There's some really great scenes in here. I don't really know if people have, like, given the villain or whatever you want to call him a name in this. So I don't know what to really call them, but they're definitely an interesting part of this film. And like I said, it's just a really interesting film. If you're into Silent Hill, I would definitely check this film out, because again, I really think that it took some inspiration from this. But I mean, even if not, this is really just a great film. If you're into psychological horror of that era, again, this is a film to check out. So yeah, I think one way or another, this is definitely a film everybody should check out at some point.